Welcome back to Cheddar's Opening Bell. DHL Express is preparing for a massive surge in holiday shipping volumes as Christmas draws closer and online shopping appears to be the preferred method of gift giving. For more on this, we are joined by Mike Parra, the CEO of DHL Express Americas. Mike, great to have you on. What types of demand is DHL Express experiencing as it continues to navigate through this holiday season?
Yeah, good morning, Jill, and good morning, the team at Cheddar. Thanks for having us back. So volumes are up 50% at the moment, year over year. We've seen big growth since June. I remember speaking to you all back in July, and we were sharing with you what was going on and the fact that we had really seen a pretty profound, narrow V-shaped recovery. And it has not stopped. Shopping online has, as you know, between Black Friday and Cyber Monday has been the biggest that we've ever seen in the United States. And as a result of that, DHL and our customers have been a benefactor of that.
So what is DHL Ready? I can't even imagine what the demand must be. What have you been doing to prepare for just an onslaught of deliveries?
Yeah, so thank you for that. Well, we started preparing back in June. As I said, we've added over 3,000 jobs in the United States, over 6,000 jobs if you add Mexico and Canada into the mix. We also, as you know, there's been a shortage of airline capacity. So we went out and added more lift, not only out of China and Asia Pacific to the Americas, more specific, the United States and Canada, but also to Europe. And then we rolled out a strong commitment around weekend deliveries. This past weekend, we managed over 700,000 shipments and deliveries between a period of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So as we say in the GCI study, international trade has rebounded strongly. And in listening to the prior individual, Eddie, that was on the call, there is a pent-up demand. And with people going back to home, with lockdowns, with people working from home, online purchasing and purchasing from home has just escalated. And I don't see that slowing down. People ask me all the time, Mike, do you see that slowing down? And I absolutely do not see it slowing down in 2021.
Speaking of that report, so what are the biggest takeaways that you found in this year's Global Connectedness Index, just about the impact of COVID-19 when it comes to globalization?
Yeah, I think there was no surprise that we saw people flows suffer and at an unprecedented decline. And that was expected, as you can imagine, as a result of travel. Capital flows were hit hard early on. But these flows have stabilized and there's been a recovery, as you have seen, with the response of the governments and central banks having helped stabilize the markets. And you can see that the market itself has been resilient during this time as well. But the one that we were most pleased with was international trade and the fact that it rebounded quite strongly and quite sharply. And it's more resilient than ever. And a great thing for us is, we've talked before, we're in 220 countries and territory globally. So it's far away from coming to a standstill.
I also want to ask you about vaccine delivery. Is DHL involved at all in transporting the coronavirus vaccines?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, we are. We actually are now getting ready for deployment outbound from the U.S. To parts of Central South America and within the Americas region, and equally from Europe as well. We've started the pilots. Those have gone very well. The physical process of tracking the vaccine shipments, making sure they have the right conditions. So yeah, we are in play, and we are quite pleased that we have been selected by various of the companies that you have covered in the past as one of the companies that will actively be distributing those.
How does the logistical hurdles of this vaccine distribution, given the temperature needs and having to keep the vaccine cold, how does this compare to anything else that you've ever done? How difficult is this?
Well, what I can say is there's been a lot of preparation that's gone in place. We've been preparing for this for months now. We've been in hypercare for the last 60 days. A lot of it is around packaging. As an example, as you know, the Pfizer shipments have a 10-day, they can hold its temperature up to 10 days, so the packaging is solid. We have what's called an active logger on every single shipment, which lets us know not only where the shipments are at all time, but what the temperature is within the constraint of each one of the shipments. And the complexity really comes in the last mile. The packaging, the manufacturing, the pickup, the physical transfer between a pickup location and the movement over to DHL, those points have all been covered. Where the complexity comes in is in the last mile, and over the last 2 months, we've done a great job in preparing ourselves for that, and our people are excited. They know it falls in line with our mission and commitment of connecting people, improving lives, and everybody knows that every single shipment is a shipment that can save lives. And for that, our entire global organization has rallied around this cause.
You mentioned that you're shipping it out of the US. Are you working on any shipments internally in this country?
No, we won't be focusing on intra-US shipments. We'll be picking up in key locations in the United States and focusing on exporting them either north or south within the Americas, but also out of Europe into the Americas. And once it arrives in the United States from Europe, we will execute the final mile delivery. DHL's primary focus is from the US to the world, and from the world into the US, and from the US back out to any particular part within the Americas region.
All right, Mike Parra, CEO of DHL Express Americas. So great to have you on. Good luck with a very, very busy holiday season and also the vaccine distribution. Thank you so much.